Ain't you tryna go be? Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
And, Coach, we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go quickly here out to Moore. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Kill. Hey, alert.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky, and that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Palardy. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's put him on the buses.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, let's get there. 53. 54, stop. Gun. Here we go. Mike, 53. Gun. Get out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. on second down with Cohen. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Kevin Pierre-Louis coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Trubisky to throw, and he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
56. Mike, 56. You. 18. Switch. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Nelson Aguilar. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Thomas, the intended target. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Hey, check Mike 33. Brilliant. Alert 3.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start with a give to Cullen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This is Cullen. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. On second down now, it's Cohen. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now it's Ryan. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
High 7.
Trubisky will throw to the right side, and he's got more complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Let's get it. Shit. Alert. Ran, touch.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the 22, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
They go play action now. Ryan. The open man is Smith. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. Tackle made by K'Wan Short. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. 9 seconds to play. Likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Looking deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4. No, and he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Cohen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Cohen. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Trubisky looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Damian Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. They get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. First down, a run with Cohen. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
Now that's a decent amount of aggressiveness right there. Inside their own 10-yard line, they still run the toss, even though they know that can be a little bit of a dangerous play, and it pays off pretty well with a nice run.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play, a pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Winston. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On third down, a run with Cohen. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big gain there on third and long. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hey, good job on the 50.
The tackle made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's convert.
Third and long for Winston. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On second down, it's Cohen. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
To throw again on second down, Winston, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tariq Cohen. He scored on the ground and through the air. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On first down, it's Cohen, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Jameis to throw it. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards.
For the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door jar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They'll run on first down. Cohen. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Watch out. Let me go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, I'll be sure
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Sonny. Check 24. Sonny.
Winston here to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Winston to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. So this one a victory here.